There is no better time than now to make a video game. With gamers losing faith in AAA video games and indie video games in many cases selling extremely better than most AAA video games, there really is no better time than now. With video games like Black Myth Wukong and Expedition 33 doing massive numbers with sales pretty much overnight, they have broken new ground where it seems that most long-standing AAA franchises have failed. The crazy part is that indie games that are made by either one person or a very small team like Repo and Schedule 1 have gone on to sell way more than some of the biggest AAA games. The two games I mentioned were on the best sellers list when they came out, competing against some really big AAA games, which really goes to show you that if a game is good and honest, then gamers would be willing to support these games if they feel they are not being scammed. It really surprises me that people are shocked that bad video games are not doing well, that people are not willing to spend lots of money on overpriced games that they don't want to play. Video games that went from being a full product to now being live service, cash grab, rug pull garbage that are for some odd reason always online single player games now. Like, what happens if the service gets shut down? Will you not be able to play the game anymore? Sorry for going a bit off topic, but I just had to say it. Indie games are winning because they give people what they want. They give them a product that they own, that is not overpriced and bloated with big file size downloads, that is left to the interpretation of the player. I would not say that indie games are for everyone, but then I guess I would also contradict myself in saying that maybe there is an indie game out there for you that you just haven't played yet. And even if you don't really like indie games, they're never really that expensive that they would break your bank. They are usually fairly priced, which allows a lot of people who are not in the best financial position to spend lots of money on video games. And for people who don't have good internet to download games, there are hundreds of gigs in file sizes. Anyone can make a video game now. Making a video game is not as hard as it used to be, and there is so much free information. Also, there is so much free assets, textures and models that you can find out there, and many people have taken the initiative and done so, with there being so many new games that get released on Steam, with them being even released on a daily basis, and the goodness is, people are so supportive about it. With indie games, people have lower expectations because they understand that they are usually made by one person or a very small group of people who in many cases have no background in video game development and are people who sacrifice their free time and often have to use their own money just to fund the games they make. This is why people have no problem with supporting indie games, and when one does really well, it shocks the whole industry because it was made by a real person for real people. The video game industry is in a very weird place right now because for some reason good games are not really being made anymore. But what is even more weird is that people are still buying bad games and then complaining about how the industry is dying. Yet, for many years, people didn't buy video games that chose to innovate rather than not jump on a bandwagon. There are many good examples of video games that didn't sell well because the next Call of Duty was coming out, or because the next Need for Speed was coming out. It is all about competition, and competition takes away the hype and attention of another game. If it was a game that you played, then it's pretty much tough luck, because if the game didn't sell as well, then it's probably because people chose to purchase a more popular game to play. It seems like things are changing. It looks like people are getting fatigued with getting the same old games. It seems that ever since we hit the 9th generation of consoles, it's more about how much you can spend, not really about what you play. It looks like the current generation is struggling to move past making anything other than some live service gacha slop or the generic Souls-like games. I've expressed my distaste for Souls-likes because right now it seems like a majority of the new games coming out will most likely just be Souls-likes. I have noticed a growing love for indie games, and it looks like people like them because they actually do something different. When a video game brings innovation, it brings something new, which is what a lot of people are asking for because we have lost a lot of creativity and innovation in video games, and indie games are not afraid to do something different. The other thing is, some indie games look and play so well that one could mistake them for a AAA game, and these indie games are usually made with love and passion. There is no better time to make a video game than now. I'd honestly say that. I urge people to go make a game. I can't do it because I am too lazy, But now it's been made so easy to the point of where you don't need to do much to make a video game. I would love to see what people create. This is the whole good thing about video game development being made easy, is that people can now speak more with their creativity and innovation, and it is to the point of where anyone can make a game now, which promotes people to fight the establishment and make games that people actually want to play. I don't have a very positive view for the future of video games, but I can't help it. I'm just a very negative person by nature. Until the gaming industry changes its views on bad video games, I won't have a lot of good things to say. But what I do want is to see great games be made once again. And with that, this is the Chilly Man signing off. I thank everyone for watching. Peace out.